There's a new LLM from China. This is the Meituan LongCat-Flash chat. Now, this is a 560 billion total parameters model. It has an mixture of experts architecture. There's something called as dynamic computation mechanism that activates 18.6, 31.3 billion parameters during inference. Now, this is from a company known as Meituan, which is actually a Chinese technology company that offers a platform for wide range of local consumer, including food delivery, restaurant reviews, travel bookings, and retail service. So this model is surprising coming from a technology firm like that. Now, what is good about this model? What they are saying is that this model performs very well on agentic tasks. It is only text only currently. It's a non-thinking foundational model. Okay, and here they have compared the results of this model with Gemini 2.5 Flash or Quen mixture of experts, the latest release, the 235 parameters with K2, with GPT 4.1, with Claude 4 Sonnet, right? And if you look at across domains, this is a very competitive model. Okay, across gender over here on instruction following, mathematical reasoning. This is a very competitive model when compared to the other models over here, which itself is a huge achievement, right, on benchmarks. And here, what they say is that if you go to your SW bench verified, it has 60. It's a very good score over here, right, for coding. And on agentic tool benchmarks, if you look at the performance of this, it kind of almost beats or is better than these models, like these established models, I would say, like Gemini Flash or Kini 2. So you can go into the numbers over here. We can try out this particular model on their official website, which is LongCat-Flash chat. So we can go over there and then we can try out this particular. So I asked, like, was GPT-5 launch a flop? We have the search button over here. It says the launch of GPT-5 by OpenAI was not a flop. On the contrary, it was a significant event, right? Major announcements and capabilities, unified system architecture, performance enhancements, reduced hallucinations, benchmark dominance. It gives all the references over here, right? You can actually converse in both in English and Chinese. After a few queries, you need to log in. And for login, it actually asks for your mobile number and verification. I did not create an account. Just trying it over here. So it's given a nice summary over here. So this is a non-thinking. It has a search option over here. I think is not yet enabled. So I believe that is going to come soon. But this is currently a text-only model. I don't see any upload options over here, right? So then I actually tried about, who are you and what is special about you. It says that I'm LongCat, a large language model developed by Meituan. I'm designed to assist users by providing information, answering questions. It says like it is developed by a leading e-commerce platform in China. So it has access to a large amount of training data, comprehensive capabilities, text processing, task complete, structured output, content safety and compliance. So it adheres to Chinese laws and regulations, which is very much there because I asked this question, tell me more about Tiananmen Square and the tank image. Yes, no answer. Let's switch topics. So it adheres to those guidelines, and then it says that it is. So I asked, like, give me some details on your training process. It says I'm unable to provide details, okay, because it's considered to be proprietary, but there is a technical report which has been released. Okay, maybe if I enable search, and let me ask this question. Probably I've run out of the, without login. There's free chat limit, login to. But I'm expecting that the same query with the search enabled should be able to reference to its own, descriptions of the models and then give a better explanation. Then, as I said, I tried this question about China and it could not answer it. Right. Then I said this standard thing: a boy met with an accident, was taken to hospital. Mother said she will not do the surgery. Father said he will do the surgery. Anything not normal. So this is the typical question of mother being the surgeon. So here it says, described as not normal because you have legal and ethical violation, medical consent laws, both. In most countries, including China, both parents' consent is typically required for non-emergency surgery. Emergency exception could be provided. Legal intervention if parents disagree. Conflict of interest, parental disagreement, right? Then the mother's refusal is based on medical or external. Give some kind of an explanation here. But at least it didn't go into that, this is a puzzle, the typical puzzle. It looks like this, and this is the answer. Okay. Then I gave a coding question. I asked it to actually create a simple 3JS road rash game, all code in a single HTML file and should run on a Chrome browser. So if you look at, this is how the game looks like, road rash, game over. So let's refresh. And you can actually move with the keyboard and accelerate with spacebar. There's issues, but yeah, this is the code which has been generated. Okay. Sometimes it just goes out, right? But yeah, something has been generated. Kind of here. This was the code which was generated. I tried one more for creating solar system, but that went into, code went into a lot of errors over. So zero shot, it was not able to simulate the solar system. There were some coding questions which I tried, right? And then I tried one more thing with search to see that, have relevant new information, understand that. So I said search for Bangalore metro map and tell me how to travel Kengeri to Electronic City is a newly inaugurated yellow line, right? So actually it could not give that based on, it was not able to, it found some results over here, the search results, Bangalore travel guide, metro routes and other things, but it was not properly able to give me a route over here. It was partially correct, okay, about the purple line to Majestic. It was partially correct, but the rest of the things it kind of messed up. Okay, so this was a general, some kind of, can it look at search data and is it able to interpret the search data properly and give some output. So this was what I got. Now there is this detailed thread on X which talks about, what is the novelty in this particular model. So this is a 560 billion parameter model with 27 billion active mixture of experts with adaptive number of active parameters depending upon the context, thanks to something called as a zero computational expert. What they say is that it has new architecture. Okay, layers have two attention blocks and both feed forward network and mixture of experts. That way you can overlap the two to all comms. So also it's only 28 layers, but you have to take into account the two attention blocks. So this is about details about the new architecture. So they add the zero computational expert that tokens can choose and do nothing, kind of like a sink for easy tokens. For load balancing, they have something like DSV3, like Oxloss 3 to set the average real fake expert per token. They apply a decay schedule to this bias update. They also do balance control. If you have to understand much more about this, you have to read the technical report and also have some kind of background on what they are talking about. If you want to simply read this over here, it's probably not going to help you. So I would leave it to you to actually look at this particular post to understand more about the novelty, technical novelty of this particular, right? What are the technical novelty and what are the new approaches they have come up with this particular development of this particular model. Okay, so you can check out this particular text post. I'll be putting this link into the description of the video, so you can check it out. Okay, so that this is a very interesting thread because there is a talk about infrastructure over here. Okay, why this kind of innovation is better and other things. Just that you need a bit of background to understand what they are talking about over. Okay, so this is another interesting release. huh? Chinese labs are just releasing everything open weight. So this is an MIT license. So they're giving tough competition to Western labs. More and more models are coming up, and the best part is that they are releasing it as Apache, either Apache 2.0 or MIT. So Western labs like Grok or people who are open router who can deploy models can deploy these models, and that can lead to a wider adoption of these models. So this is a surprise release again coming from China. Who would have thought that an e-commerce giant or a company best known for food delivery is actually coming up with a large language model like this. So this is a short video on LongCat-Flash chat. You can also go and try out this particular model. Hope this video is useful. See you in another video.